On this episode of Brewing Around the Realm, I'm brewing up Sierra Nevada's Resilience IPA. Let's get started. Welcome back to Brewing Around the Realm. I am Dave, your amateur brewmaster. On this episode, I am brewing up a batch of Sierra Nevada's Resilience IPA. This was a beer that I've been looking forward to brewing since the recipe came out late in November, and it was based on the idea that Sierra Nevada wanted to do something in association with helping the victims of the Camp Fire in California. This is the first time I've ever tried to brew something that was directly from a brewery. I picked this recipe up from the American Home Brewers Association. They have an article on their website that talks about this beer, why Sierra Nevada decided to release the recipe, and the full homebrew recipe. The recipe I will link to over on brewingaroundtherealm.com was for 5 gallons. I upgraded this to 6 gallons. It really wasn't any big change other than adding some additional hops and grain and making sure the recipe worked out. I was very happy with this recipe. I'm going to start you out. We'll take you through the brew day, give you all the ingredients that came with it. If you'd like the recipe that I used, you can stop over at brewingaroundtherealm.com, pick up the beer XML file. You can use that to import directly into BeerSpit and brew a batch of this for yourself. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's get this started with today's grain bill. This is a super simple grain bill for today. It consists of just 2-row and Crystal 60. I'm putting baking soda and gypsum into today's mash. Today's hops are Cascade and Centennial. I'm putting Whirlfloc and Yeast Nutrient in with 15 minutes left in the boil. Our yeast for today is Imperial A24 Dry Hop. It's the first time I'm using this yeast, but I'm excited to give this a try. Remember, today's recipe is available in beer XML format on brewingaroundtherealm.com, so stop over there if you want to get the full recipe. Let's get started. I did dry hop that at day 4 with 0.6 ounces each of Cascade and Centennial. That worked out really nicely. I have the beer right here, and it's a nice, like, middle of the road bitterness on this. I really like this. It's light. You can see here it did clear up rather nicely. Nice, really foamy head on this. I'll get towards the end of the keg, so I get a little bit more foam in this one than normal. But it smells good. You know, you get a good hint, pine, a little bit of fruitiness in that. And that was the first time I had used the dry hop yeast. I really liked the way that worked out. And it did add, I think, a little bit of a fruitiness to this. So let me get a taste. Yeah, I mean, it's not overpowering. It's really smooth. It's not really like over the top malt wise or hop wise. I just think this is a really good standard IPA. I do prefer something that's a little bit stronger, that leans a little bit towards the West Coast IPA, but this is a really nice IPA. Unfortunately, I was not able to find any cans or bottles of Resilience anywhere here in the area in Central PA, but that's okay. I'm glad I got a chance to taste this. This is a good beer. I hope everybody gets a chance to go out and brew this one. I definitely recommend it. Please remember to like and share this video, and if you've watched more than a couple of videos on the channel, please take a moment and click that subscribe button. If you want to get notified of every video I release, make sure you click that bell notification icon. That'll send you an email every time I post a new video. Till next time, remember, I make all the brewing mistakes, so you don't have to.